So today I am going to talk about being ill in recovery. It was requested by Harriet Finding Happiness on Tumblr, who I'm actually meeting on Saturday. And yeah, it's a pretty good topic actually. Haven't mentioned it before, I don't think. I am still in my pajamas and it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. But oh well, I've been lying in bed and reading and blogging all day, so that has been really fun. And I'm going to my friend's house after dinner to make like puff pastry stuff, so that should be nice, yummy and fun. So yeah, back to the topic at hand. Being ill in recovery it's going to happen at some point. You know, people get ill. It's a part of life. And some of the time being ill means that you won't be able to reach minimums. If you have a cold or something mild like that, you should still be able to meet minimums. I mean, it doesn't really affect appetite that much having a cold, and it's not, that hard to push through it. For more severe illnesses such as like the flu, appetite can be really affected during that. But I mean, I had the flu a few months ago and I was still able to almost meet minimums. I drank like a lot of hot chocolates and had ice cream, I think. But a lot of people are just really, really ill and vomit as well, and obviously that means that it's going to be really hard to meet minimums. And that's okay. It is okay. Like, you don't have to freak out if you're not going to meet minimums because you're ill. You should experience an increase in hunger after you're ill. So if that is the case, then obviously respond to that. If you don't have very good hunger signals and your hunger is not normalized yet, then please do make sure that you make up for the calories lost when you're well again. Obviously stuff like having a stomach bug, getting diarrhea or vomiting, that's obviously going to be hard as well. If you're experiencing diarrhea, then do eat just try to eat plain things like crackers, bread, plain pasta, rice, stuff like that. It's easy for the system to kind of work with. That was advice given to me by my mother all my life, and that seems to have worked pretty well. So, and toast, stuff like that. And just make sure don't force it. If it's just coming out either way again, straight away, then don't worry too much about it. But, get what you can down and again, make up for it afterwards. As I said, don't get anxious about it. It's normal. It's a normal thing. Everybody experiences getting ill. It's something we all have to deal with. And, don't worry too much that it's gonna, affect your recovery in a negative way. There's nothing you can do about being ill. Like, being ill is just being ill. There's nothing you can do about that. But to be honest, that's all I have to say, really. I mean, just make sure that you don't force yourself to eat if you're really ill, because you just can't. But, if you can, do. And if you can't, just make up for it later on. So, yeah. And also, don't get anxious. Don't get anxious about it. Being ill is unpleasant enough. You don't need to get anxious as well. So just deal with it as best you can. Do what you can and do get better as soon as possible. Just do what you can to get better. Yeah, basically. So yeah, there's not really much to say on that. But it is good because I haven't talked about it before. So it was a good recommendation to talk about, because I have had asks, messages about it, and so yeah. So my exhibition is open now in the Degrees Show exhibition in Manchester is now open. We had a private view on Friday, and I said in my last video that I went to give blood beforehand. Really majorly bad idea. Like, a really, really majorly bad idea. Completely didn't think about the fact that I wouldn't be able to drink all night. because you can't do it anyway. But I also reacted like really, really badly to giving blood. Basically like felt really nauseous, like I was going to throw up, and almost passed out, and they had to like tilt my chair like all the way back so like my head was lower than my feet, and oh my god, I was literally like upside down for like so long, because every time they tried to like sit me back up, I literally like felt like I was on a roller coaster, like this like whoosh of like, oh my god, it was like I was going to pass out. So yeah, which I was. So, and then I got like really, really hot and really sweaty, and it was, oh my god, and then I started getting really anxious because I felt bad, and it was just horrendous. They had to like hold me upside down, and then I really, really needed to pee, and I couldn't go because I couldn't stand up. So they had to get like the fan on me, and that was better. After they got the fan on me, I felt like so much better, but I was upside down for quite a while before I could actually get up and walk about and go to the toilet. And all day I just felt not right, and I had like one really small cocktail and felt really weird, so I didn't have any others. And then I had to get off the bus on the way to university to the private view at the show, because I just felt so sick. And the private view was like teeming with people, so it was like really hot, and so yeah, it wasn't a great night, which sucked because everybody like got drunk and went clubbing, and I had to go home and just spend the night reading, which, you know, isn't bad. I love reading, but it was like a night I'd planned to like, you know, have cocktails and go out with my friends, since it was the opening night of our exhibition. But oh well, that's life. So yeah, not gonna give blood again, and he said not to give blood again until I'm like at least 30. Especially as it makes me anxious as well. So, you know, I can cross that off my bucket list though, because it's something that I wanted to do. But yeah, that was a fail of a Friday. But I'm not too bothered by it really. It was just a bit lame at the time. But yeah, so I'm just filling up my last 10 days with like nice things to do and seeing everybody before I go. Like going for coffee. One of my friends, he's taking me for a meal at my favourite restaurant, because it's the last time I'll see him for God knows how long. And you know, yeah, going for coffees and drinks. Going to the Alchemist bar on Friday, I think. But yeah, you know, just doing really nice, fun things before I go. And obviously seeing Harriet on Saturday for lunch, which would be nice. And yeah, so just making the most of being up north for the last 10 days, or it might be 9 days now. But yeah, before I move home. So yeah, that's about it. I hope everybody is doing well. I say this every single time on my videos, but I do hope everybody's doing well. I hope you're having a good week, and that your exams or whatever projects and stuff are all over now, and you can relax for the summer, and of course focus on recovery. And I hope that you are all doing well in recovery, and I say this again, but you know, I say this every time, but challenging your eating disorder, and challenging negative thoughts, and breaking habits, and facing fear foods and stuff like that. And if you haven't done that for a while, set a goal to challenge something. But yeah, so I will speak to you next week.